Hey guys, today I have a circuit that lots of you might find useful for your storage systems. It's an input system that runs at a hopper speed and can handle everything you input, like unstackables, stackables, shulker boxes, and even empty shulker boxes. So you don't need to worry about those items and it can do everything for you. So as always, I'm gonna explain how this one works and then I'm gonna make a tutorial. But today I have another one. It's a bit more advanced than that one because it can sort out even full shulker boxes in case you have bulk storage. But I won't do a tutorial of this one because it's still a prototype and I'm not sure it can handle every case possible. But I will focus on a component of this one, that is this circuit right here. It's like a shulker box splitter that can divide shulker boxes into three groups: empty shulker boxes, full shulker boxes, and shulker boxes with some items. So let's get started with the first one. So how does it work? Over here we have the input plus the shulker box sorter, because we need to separate shulker boxes from normal items. And as you can see here, shulker boxes can't go into other shulker boxes, so they will end up in this line and will be unloaded by one of my unloaders. This design right here is a really good one because can handle empty shulker boxes as well. And if you notice, here I've added a little circuit that will stop the clock while a box is unloading. That's because we could end up in a situation where there are too many boxes and the system will eventually break. Here we have the normal items line that will be linked together with the other line here by this hopper, and all the items will go into this unstackable sorter. It's a really simple one where this comparator gets a synchronous strength of 3, will turn off this other comparator, and all the unstackables will end up in this chest, while the stackable items will go into this other chest. Over here I've added an empty composter on top of a hopper just to lag optimize the circuit, because now this hopper right here doesn't need to check every single game tick if there is an item on top of it. If you want to know more about it, I highly recommend to watch Experimental Ideas video, where he explains really well all this kind of stuff. Over here I have another one of these composters, but now it has two functionalities. The first one is to lag optimize this redstone line, because now when a normal item comes in, it won't change this redstone. And the second one is just to silence the dropper, because when a dropper with an item inside pointing into a composter will be activated, it won't emit any sound. So let's run a test. Here I have 3 chests with different items in it. Over here we have all the unstackables and one over here, but if you're worried about it, you can always replace here an hopper, and yeah, it will end up in this chest. Over here we have all the stackables item, and here the empty shulker boxes, so it worked really well. Let's get to the second circuit here, but this time I won't explain how it works, nor I will do a tutorial, because it's still a prototype and I think there's a lot of room for improvements. Here I've prepared a chest with all this kind of stuff, so let's test it. Oops. Okay, all stackables, empty shulker boxes, and over here we have completely full shulker boxes. Alright, so if you find any bugs, let me know so I can fix them. This component right here I think might be really useful for many of you, because it can divide shulker boxes into 3 groups based on their fullness. So for example, completely empty shulker boxes, completely full shulker boxes, and shulker boxes with some items. So now I'm gonna test it and I'm gonna do a tutorial, but before doing that I'm gonna tell you something that you might wanna do, and it's replacing this cake if you don't want to use it with a lever or a redstone block. But if you do that, be sure to put the comparator into subtraction mode, otherwise it won't work. Here I've got all the shulker box needed, and so let's test it. As you can see here, the system is really fast and really tiny for what it does. And yeah, it worked perfectly. So now I'm gonna do a tutorial for that system over there and this component.